Absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. I'm happy with that.
Stay lean and feel healthy all year round.
It'll leave you feeling light and help you lose weight. Welcome to Living Lean. On tonight's show, Craig Ellis will be preparing his green chicken curry. Penny Lomas will be making a beautiful quinoa and pumpkin salad. And also, I'll be cooking a zucchini marinara. So let's get into it. Craig, as a chef and fitness model, how important do you think healthy eating is compared to training? What sort of percentage?
I think, Michael, we're looking around 80% diet, 20% exercise, and the training is really a supplement to that.
Okay, so what are we making today, mate?
Today we're making a green curry chicken, which is really quick and easy to do when you're really busy through the week and you haven't got much time.
Great. Would you like me to give you a hand?
Yeah, sure. If you could just dice up the onion for me, that would be fantastic. While I'll cut up the chicken. I'm just using the chicken tenderloins today because they're really easy and tender and quick to cook. I'd find it a really good recipe just to know that I'm getting enough protein, it's low in fat, and it's mainly quick and simple. I think that's the key.
So how did you come up with this meal, Craig?
I just was looking for something very simple, and I think to make a curry sometimes it's quite a big process. Just want to brown it to start with, just to get a bit of colour and just to seal the chicken.
Yeah. Do you prefer to use the chicken breast or the chicken thigh? What's your favourite cut of chicken?
Yeah, I think the chicken breast is the way to go.
Yeah.
And certainly the chicken tenderloins are probably my choice.
Yeah.
Chicken thigh you can use also, but you've got to be prepared for a bit more cooking time.
So the breast is a leaner cut of meat.
That's right, yes. Okay, so we're getting a nice colour here now. So next step would be to add the curry paste and cook that.
All right, I'll get that for you, mate.
Thank you. Thanks, Michael. I put around, a good tablespoon to begin with. Being a milder curry paste, you can put a bit more. It's really important to cook them for a couple of minutes.
A couple of minutes so you get the flavour in there.
It brings the flavour out. Like anything like chilli or garlic, you always cook that a little bit to bring out the flavour.
What's your favourite curry? The green one or a red one or...?
Green curry, actually.
Yeah. Oh, you like it, so it's mild. It
is mild. Every now and again I will crave a hotter curry, so I'll go for the red. Okay. And again, you can add more curry paste to regulate how hot you like it. Now we're going to add the capsicum and onion.
Do you want me to put that in for you?
Yeah, that'd be great, thank you.
Oh, jeez. And a bit of capsicum?
Yep.
So
you can actually pop all that in.
Okay, the whole lot. There you go. And it's good, you're not using a wok here, you're just using a normal pan.
That's right.
So you don't need any fancy equipment.
This is looking really good. Now we're going to add the coconut cream. You can use coconut milk, but I find the coconut cream has a better consistency, otherwise it can tend to be a little bit watery.
Yeah. So there you have it, a bit of moderation, not deprivation with that. Would you agree with that, Craig?
That's right. Now, depending upon what consistency you want the curry to be, we can add some extra water to that if you think you need it. Looking at this particular dish at the moment, I don't think I want to add any more water to that. I think it's fine. Turn it down to a low heat and let that simmer. That's cooking away nicely.
It's smelling beautiful. If you could smell this at home, you'd want to make it.
It smells amazing, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, so we'll just let that go. Put that down to the lowest heat. While that's simmering, we can do the couscous. And that's really, really simple. So I'm just using a low salt chicken stock today.
Yeah.
We've got the stock simmering here. So it's really easy. You just turn that off now. That's come to the boil. We just add the couscous to the boiling stock. So I'll just tip that in.
What's this method of cookery called again?
Just the absorption method.
Yeah.
And just pop that in. and let that sit just around 5 minutes, really quick. Now this couscous should be ready. Now what I'll do is just put a little drizzle of olive oil, Michael, just to sort of prevent it from clumping together.
Yeah.
So this is what we have now, just after the lid being removed. So I'll just get a fork and lightly drag it across the top of the couscous to avoid the clumping.
That looks like it's worked perfectly.
So just flick it across and work your way through to the bottom of the pot. And again, there's no need to subject the couscous to a flame. Once you've already brought the stock to a boil and added the couscous, you don't need to have any flame underneath. That's the key. Just place some couscous in the bottom of the bowl. That's looking really great. It's nice and separate.
Yeah.
There's no clumping. That's what we're after. So this recipe will feed 2 hungry adults. Here we have the curry, looking really great. Just spooning that over the top of the couscous. It's a nice serve. A little bit of extra sauce. And then we'll just sprinkle a bit of coriander over the top of that.
So we can taste it now?
Let's go. Thank you.
Terrific. Absolutely beautiful,
That
Craig.
is beautiful. I'm happy with that.
Really nice. Great recipe for you if you're trying to lose weight. And remember, keep hydrated and stay healthy.
Cheers.
Thanks, Craig. Next up, Penny Lomas will be making a beautiful quinoa and pumpkin salad. And also, Penny will be talking to Amy Aiken, our success story, who lost weight and changed her life.
We're in the kitchen today cooking my favourite salad from my cookbook, a quinoa salad with pumpkin, beetroot and feta. So to get started, quinoa is a great post-workout carb, but it needs to be cooked correctly. So quinoa has a really soapy residue, so give it a really good rinse under water to get rid of that bitter taste when you cook it. Once it's cooked, set it aside, follow your pack instructions and let it rest, and then we can get started with constructing our salad. So the second base of our salad is pumpkin, another great post-workout carb. So today, it's cooled already, but I've roasted it in coconut oil and thyme, a bit of salt and pepper, but you can use whatever you like. Olive oil especially goes well with pumpkin, or you can chuck in some garlic. So add that to your quinoa. As much as you like, and it will go a little bit sticky. The second one is walnuts. So with the walnuts, just crumble them and a small handful. Or maybe 2. And then oranges. So oranges and pumpkin go beautifully together, like 2 peas in a pod. So chop them up and pop them on top. Leave the juice, we're using that for the dressing later. So a great salad for barbecues, BYO bowls, and it looks beautiful when you're serving it. So lastly, before we add our feta, because it can add to the dressing, is the beetroot. So chuck that in as well. Okay, now we can add our feta. So today I'm using Persian feta. If you're on a low calorie or low fat diet, you can use low fat feta, or you can even use cottage cheese or goat cheese or even ricotta. If you do have a lactose intolerance, you can take that out or you can substitute it with another protein source. So Persian feta is usually marinated, so you no need to pre-marinate. It's got a bit of olive oil going through it. So to make your dressing, you've used a couple of oranges. You can use tinned or carton orange juice, but I prefer to use fresh. So 2 freshly squeezed oranges, and then we're adding in honey and natural mustard. So a teaspoon or a tablespoon of each on your preference. And you can use raw honey or you can use heated. The benefits of raw, that it hasn't gone through that heated process, so it's still got all its goodness in. And then a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin, good quality olive oil. Give that a mix. Honey and mustard go amazingly together. So give it a stir and then generously dollop it all over your salad. The quinoa will soak it up and then we'll give that a stir. So this will last for days in the fridge as well, so you can make it ahead of time on the weekend, ready for the week. I might just add some more walnuts. Walnuts give it a bit of crunch. And then lastly, some flat leaf parsley. So a generous handful, and then just roughly rip it over the top. No need to be neat. And again, a little stir. And then we have your quinoa, pumpkin, orange, feta, and beetroot salad. I'm here with Amy Stockton. Amy is a fitness model, a karate competitor and a single mum. Amy, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about your journey. How and why did you get started?
I've always been into health and fitness and just exercise, active growing up with ballet and swimming and athletics and everything.
And how did you get into shape? Was it just exercise or was it diet and exercise combined?
Definitely diet and exercise combined. I lost the most weight when I really altered my diet and I really took on the Eat Clean diet. I studied up the Eat Clean diet by Toscarino and really took that on, and that's when I really got the results that I wanted.
Good, so you lost a lot of weight. How much weight did you lose in total?
Initially I lost 25 pounds or 13 kilos. So
wow, and then you started competing in fitness?
Yeah, and yeah, just got in the best shape of my life, and one of my friends was just like, go out there and do figure, and I was like, okay. So that's how I did my first comp.
And that's a huge change from karate as well.
Yeah, I started karate in 2007, and I really enjoyed it, and I still really do. But yeah, I got injured, tore my ACL, and then I had to really change up some things. I couldn't really do karate anymore for a little while until I had healed up a bit, and so.
But you still kept going.
I still kept going.
That's inspiring. Exactly. And so you were in the World Cup in Birmingham for the Karate Championship.
Yeah, I've actually done 2 World Cups. I did Melbourne. I was competing on the US team actually. I was living in the States at the time, so I was on the US team, and I came in 2009 and competed in Melbourne, and then in 2011 I competed in Birmingham, England.
So along that journey, have you had any battles that you've had to face apart from the ACL tear?
Well, I've actually torn my ACL 3 times. I did a partial tear. It healed up a little bit, and then I fully tore it. Then I had to have the operation, and then as I was coming back, when I was at the World Cup in Birmingham, I tore my other ACL. And so then I had that operated on, and yeah, so then that's when I really started to try to get back into things, and then I got pregnant.
Oh, there you go. So single mum as well?
Yes.
So being a single mum, how do you manage to fit in going to the gym, eating clean and being a competitor all at the same time?
A lot of preparation, a lot of organising my meals, cooking up a whole bunch of meals at once. I've got a lot of support from my mum as well. She looks after him when I'm working. And yeah, you just make time.
Yeah. So it's really important to be a positive role model to people out there, especially kids and the younger generation. What tip would you give to kids that are wanting to get into karate and to do martial arts?
Just do it. Just go out and do it. It's so much fun, and it's so good for confidence and self-esteem, and you know, self-defense is obviously really important as well, but it's a good sport and activity. It's really good for kids to be involved in.
So with your future on the horizon, what goals do you have?
I definitely want to pursue the fitness modelling. I'd love to be on the cover of Oxygen magazine, be Penny Lomas. But also I just want to inspire women, whatever way there is to do that. I just want to go out there and inspire women, inspire anyone who's overcome any obstacles, and if I can do it, there's no reason why anyone else can't do it.
Next up, I'll be cooking a zucchini marinara. Today I'm making a zucchini marinara. A zucchini marinara is an excellent option instead of a spaghetti marinara. So what I do is I get a zucchini, I cut the end off like so. Then I've got this ingenious little machine here. This is a zucchini pasta machine. So I put my zucchini in there like so, and then a bowl underneath like that, and start twirling. And as you can see, it's coming out like pasta. It's nice and long and beautiful like that. So you keep twirling. Zucchini is also very light. I'm using about 200 grams today. So there's my zucchini all ready to go. So it's exactly like spaghetti, and without the calories, there's about 32 calories in that 200 grams. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up my pan. So I want it nice and hot. So what I'm doing now is I'm cooking seafood at a very high heat for a slow time. So basically not for a very long time, so about a minute or two. So I've got a mixture of salmon, prawns, calamari and white fish. Now I'll put a little bit of parsley there. I'm going to salt it just before it goes in like that, just a little bit of salt. I believe in using salt. Now if you have a problem with salt, don't use too much, and just a little bit of pepper to start with as well. I'll put a little bit of oil in. So I'm using olive oil, which is a good fat, so about 3 grams or so. Now fat is one of the essential nutrients for life. So just twirl that around, and I've got all my seafood there smelling absolutely beautiful. Now I'm using a little bit of butter as well, about 3 grams. So about 6 grams of oil and butter. Now butter and oil are really good as far as flavour goes. Also, when you put a little bit of oil in there, it stops the butter from burning. So I've got a little bit of oil here, and in goes my seafood. As you can hear that nice, that's the sound you want to hear now. You just give it a little bit of a toss around. Now when you're cooking calamari, a minute, couple of minutes, that's all you need. When you're cooking seafood, a nice high heat. Otherwise, it's going to taste rubbery. So just quickly like this, and then when you're tossing around, like that. So it's like, just like that. So get a bit of a toss around going here. And then I can smell all those beautiful flavours. The reason I want to cook it quickly on a high heat is I want my calamari to be nice and tender. So just toss it around. Now, if you're looking at tossing it, just like that, gently. And this will distribute all your seafood throughout the pan. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to deglaze. What deglaze does is it brings up all the flavours from the bottom of the pan. So all those nice garlicky flavours, the seafood, the salt, the pepper, everything just comes up when you deglaze. So I deglaze my first time, and it's with white wine. I'm using a nice Pinot Grigio, and yeah, so this might add a bit to the dish as well. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a white sauce. So as you can see there, smelling absolutely beautiful. All the flavours are coming up now, so just like that. And the first time of deglazing now. Salmon is a great fish. It's got a lot of natural fats that are very good for the body, and also seafood is very light. This whole dish is about 840 kilojoules, so it's under 200 calories. It's very good, and as you can see, I'm tossing it around there, just getting all that cooking nice and even. And I'm cooking at a high heat, quick and short, so basically about 3 minutes is all I need. Now, I just want a bit more flavour, so I'm going to deglaze again. One more time. And the wine, again, takes up all the flavour. The seafood's just cooking nicely. You can see it's changing colour. When it starts to change that to that nice colour there, that's when it's starting to cook and it's all ready. Next, I'm going to put in my zucchini pasta. So basically, this doesn't take a lot of cooking time. All it takes is a little bit of sautéing at the end. So I'll put in that, just like that. And combine the two. Now, I believe in using salt throughout my cooking process once or twice or 3 times. What this does is it layers the flavours. If you've got a problem with salt, don't use too much, but salt is flavour, so just use it in minimal amounts. I'm using just a little bit now, so this is the second time I've used salt, and it's just a little bit. Now, what I want to do is I want to get my product cooking evenly, so I just toss it around like so. So it all the flavours start to marry and come together. So just like that. So when you can you can feel the zucchini will become a lot softer. And the beauty of the zucchini too is it really, really takes up the flavour of the white sauce, because zucchini acts like a sponge. It soaks it up, so you get the flavour of the garlic, the seafood, and the wine, and the salt and the pepper, all combined, soaking into that zucchini. It's absolutely delicious. It's starting to smell beautiful, just like a restaurant at home, and very easy to do. So now I can see it's starting to get a lot softer. So it's starting to look like it's ready. All right. So now, when cooking healthy, I think it's important to look at the quantity. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at quantity. It's good to have a set of scales. So we're going to put the scales on, basically, and press tar. So we're going to look at about 200 grams of product. Our product is ready then. So it's all about portion control. So here, I get a little bit of pasta and a little bit of zucchini. So that's smelling absolutely beautiful. Now you can see that beautiful sauce, that white sauce. There you have your zucchini marinara, and the whole Dish weighs about 150 grams, a great serving. A little bit more salt on the top, and then just add a little bit more. Just get a little bit of parsley, and just julienne a little bit of parsley, and make your dish look very nice there like that, with just a little bit of parsley on top. Try this at home. 31 grams of protein, 872 kilojoules. Perfect if you're trying to lose weight and stay healthy. See you next time.